that the investigation found no evidence to support claims that Coleman's kidney had been surgically removed. The councils indicated that they are certain diagnostic and laboratory results from JF Kennedy Medical Center, Mill Hospital, ELW Hospital, among others, which showed no signs of surgical tampering or organ removal. Dr. Benedict Collins 30, 2025 for the contempt hearing following alleged refusal to honor a prior invitation. The move, initiated by 40 family, reinforces the House stance on accountability. Meanwhile, Representative Isaac Cholople Ward petitioned the House over a prolonged power outage in River G County, urging LEC to provide an explanation and restoration plan. Nobel Peace Laureate Lyman Bowie has admitted to her past criticisms of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, asserting that her leadership was remarkably effective. In the front page Africa interview, Bowie describes Sirleaf's administration as emphatically better than those of George Weah and Joseph Boakai, on whom she says governance and public service has significantly declined. She condemned ongoing corruption, highlighting lavish lifestyles of lawmakers while schools lack chairs. Bowie lauded the maternal programs on Sirleaf, especially at John F. Kennedy Hospital, stating that the initiative supported teen mothers and improved women's services despite ongoing national challenges. She argued that greed has deepened on we are creating a systematic problem, something she describes as heartbreaking and unacceptable. Deputy Speaker Thomas Parler has openly declared support for the Boakascon administration months following his expulsion from the opposition in Congress of Democratic Change. It can be recalled on December 11, 2024, the Congress of Democratic Change expelled Deputy Speaker Parler following recommendations from the National Party Disciplinary Committee. But speaking to his constituent recently, Parler voiced strong support for Boakas government, asserting that his support is based on low-fat solidarity. The expelled CDC executive clarified that while he is not a partisan of the Unity Party, his support for the president's agenda is deeply rooted in low-fat unity and development. In a related development, Chairman of Liberia Democratic Party, Moses Colley, has endorsed the Boakas administration barely a few hours after Deputy Speaker Fala announced support for the regime. Colley asserted that his support for the Boakas government is rooted in low-fat progress, aimed at ensuring that President Boakas's administration succeed. The Central Bank of Liberia and the National Identification Registry have suspended the enforcement of national ID card for banking transactions, citing administrative reasons. According to a release, commercial banks are mandated to relax their enforcement and are in compliance with the new directive. Meanwhile, the institution have announced the immediate suspension pending a resumption of mass enrollment. The National Commission on Higher Education has announced with immediate effect the suspension of 22 higher learning institutions, citing non-compliance with national education standards. Speaking at MICA Tuesday press briefing, the Commission mandated the suspended institution to halt all academic activity pending compliance with standards and regulations. The suspension spotlight the names of notable higher learning institutions, including Sapri University, Prevailing World University, Bashir University, among others. Authorities added that the closure of these institutions preserve the integrity of Liberia's education system. Meanwhile, the commission named Myrtle's Institute, Golden Academy, and Professional School of Journalism of Liberia for reportedly operating illegally in the country. In a related development, the National Commission on Higher Education has issued a one-year ultimatum accredited institution urging institution to meet academic and operational requirements or risks being closed. Authorities named the University of Liberia, Cotterton University, Bone County Technical College, among others. The commission noted that the move is part of a broader commitment to initiating reform and ensuring compliance. Former Liberian President George Weah has extended warm congratulations to President Julius Maada Bio on his election as ECOWAS chairman. In a Facebook post, the former Liberian leader highlighted the significant political and security challenges, citing the departure of other member states. Weah expressed deep confidence in Bio's ability to guide the regional bloc with experience and diplomacy, highlighting the importance of unity and cooperation amid shifting global dynamics. Representative Mohamed Brim Mensa has extended appreciation to President Joseph Boakai for watching term as listening to the cries of the Liberian people. Representative Mensa emphasized that the national ID card restriction heavily impacted the people in the rural community, those denied them access to salaries and other basic services. The Bone County District 6 lawmaker added that President Boakai's decision mirrors the plight of the Liberian people. Her session comes barely a few hours after authorities announced the realization of the directive, citing administrative reason. This is a reminder that you are listening to Focal News Summary, 15 minutes of news covering Liberia, Africa, and our one war. Let's bring you a quick look at top stories we are following this evening. Liberia Medical and Dental Council dismisses allegations of cannabis harvesting. Nobel Peace Laureate blasts Weah and Boakai for poor leadership. Described Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration as remarkably effective. Deputy Speaker Thomas Pala declares strong support for Boakai's government, says it is based on low-fact solidarity and away from whom fresh tension undermines ceasefire in Iran-Israel conflict. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we bring you more development on our news presentation. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. The president of the University of Liberia, Dr. Liam Mapayan, has donated US $10,000 to West Point Women for Health and Development Organization. The move is aimed at fostering gender equality and advancing women's rights in Liberia. The donation held in West Point stem from a one-time legacy grant source from the Global Fund for Women, where Mapayan once served as board chair. The donation presented on Monday in West Point stem from a long-time legacy highlighting women's empowerment and advocating for women's inclusions in government and local policies issue. She praised the organization over 20 years of grassroots leadership, calling her work vital to women's empowerment in Liberia's largest informal settlement. President Mapayan announced a new office for gender equality and women empowerment at the University of Liberia, seeking to expand support across the Liberian communities. Receiving the donation, Catherine Cooper hailed the grant as heaven sent, which, according to her, comes amid funding setback. Former House Speaker Jay Fonati Kofar and 3 others linked to the Capitol building arson saga risk being rearrested following a new directive from the Monrovia Court. The court has ordered the defendant to justify their bond surety no later than Tuesday or risk being rearrested. The mandate came during a bond hearing on Monday after state prosecutor raised objection, arguing that the bond posted by the accused must be verified for validity and sufficiency. Presiding Judge Magistrate Ben Baku upheld the prosecution request, warning that failure to justify the bond could lead to its cancellation and an immediate rearrest of all defendants. Meanwhile, defense lawyer pushed back, calling the prosecution demand an overreach of the court's jurisdiction and urged Magistrate Baku to dismiss objection altogether. As of now, the court is holding firm on its demand, setting the stage for a potentially high-stakes bond justification hearing later this week. Africa CDC and ECOWAS reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening public health systems during a 3-day regional workshop held in Monrovia. The workshop gathered delegates from ECOWAS countries to enhance risk communication and community engagement, a key aspect of health emergency preparedness. Participants developed an action plan geared to share knowledge and propose a technical working group focused on MOPOX to support vulnerable countries in the sub-region. Speaking at the occasion, MPhil Director Dr. Chris Yan emphasized Liberia's commitment to the initiative and welcomed the team for an opportunity to host the regional health summit. The collaboration concluded with renewed collaboration and a vision for community-centered health response across West Africa to better address future threats. And a fragile ceasefire between Iran and Israel was declared earlier but quickly unraveled amid renewed missile exchanges and conflicting claims from both sides. At about 6 PST, Donald Trump announced ceasefire via social media. Iran signaled it would stop if Israel did the same. Israel accepted the U.S. brokered proposal, but some reported missile launches from Iran, which the Israeli military said were intercepted over northern Israel. Iran denied firing any missile, yet the IDF vowed a strong response, accusing Iran of violating the ceasefire. Overnight, heavy fire killed at least 9 in Iran, including a nuclear scientist, and 4 in Israel, Beersheba, deepening the 12-day conflict. Now to end this news, we recap major stories we have been following very closely on our news presentation. Liberia Medical and Dental Council dismisses allegations of candidate harvesting. Nobel Peace Laureate Blas Weers and Boubacar for poor leadership described Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration as remarkably effective. Deputy Speaker Thomas Fowler declared strong support for Boubacar's government, says it is based on low-fact solidarity. And away from home, fresh tension undermines ceasefire in Iran-Israel conflict. This is Spoken News Summary. My name is Lyndon Togba. I present a good evening.